A big-name keynote speaker has been announced for a Madison real estate conference, plus new insight on where today's retirees are choosing to live and tips for getting a beautiful front yard. We'll have all that and much more. Keep watching. Your real estate news starts now. Thank you for watching the Real Estate News. I'm your host, Stacy Hansen. Let's take a look at your headlines. Richard Green, a senior advisor for the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, has been named as a keynote speaker for a real estate conference in Madison next month. The Wisconsin Real Estate and Economic Outlook Conference will be held at the University of Wisconsin on September 25th. The conference will examine today's market following a turbulent decade that saw a housing bubble peak, followed by bottomed-out home prices. Green's talk will be entitled The Euro, Marriage, and What They Have to Do with U.S. Housing. Registration is now open for the day-long conference. More than 150 people are expected to attend, including real estate and finance professionals, builders, developers, and government officials. More retirees today are disregarding the traditional retirement downsize and are opting for larger homes instead. According to a recent survey by Merrill Lynch, almost half of retirees questioned did not downsize in their last move, and a full 30% actually moved into larger homes. The top reason retirees gave for upsizing was wanting a home large enough for a family member to visit or even live with them. As for where retirees want to live, the South Atlantic region of the U.S. was the clear winner. 4 in 10 respondents wanted to move there. The Great Lakes region, including Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, and Ohio, came in last, with only 2% of respondents wishing to relocate here upon retirement. Americans are still spending money on home remodeling, but the growth in those numbers has been slow. Annual spending is expected to reach a total of around $151 billion, according to the Harvard Joint Center for Housing Studies. That's an increase of only 3.5% over last year. Despite the slowdown, the center is predicting that growth will start to accelerate again by next year. When they are doing remodeling, more people are choosing to hire contractors to do the work for them. According to an American Express survey, the survey also showed the most popular remodeling project is renovating a single room, followed by painting and then landscaping. Well, speaking of landscaping, does your front yard look its best? If not, BobVila.com has some tips. According to the site, the first step to curb appeal is getting the right plantings. They recommend checking each plant's requirements for sun, shade, and water before you buy to be sure it fits your location. Once you've chosen, they warn against overdoing it with too much of a good thing. Plants that are overcrowded generally don't do as well as those that are given a little breathing room. On the flip side, don't underdo it either by keeping things too sparse. They suggest getting maximum impact without spending a lot of money by strategically placing plantings around walkways and architectural features. And finally, they say a good rule of thumb to keep your grass looking lush is to take no more than 1/3 off the top at each mowing. Stay tuned, we'll have more right after this. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Diane Holm. She's a realtor at RE/MAX Preferred. Welcome, Diane.
Well, welcome, Stacy.
So I'm just meeting you. What's your background?
Well, I'm so grateful that you have me on your show today. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I graduated college with a nursing degree many years ago. And I did that for maybe 7 years, and I thought, well, I'd like to get into something that I wouldn't have to work these crazy hours.
Right.
So unbeknownst to me, I got into real estate and I'm working crazy hours. And it's a lot of nights and weekends, and I've been doing this for 25 years, over 25 years. I've sold over 1,000 homes.
Wow.
And I am grateful to all my clients. I have to give a shout out to all my clients who've given me so much support and referred me to so many people over the years. I wouldn't be successful without them.
And over 25 years, you've seen a lot. What's the real estate market like this year?
Oh my gosh, it is the best year I've ever had. It's been a struggle for buyers because we're really short on inventory, which means that there's a lot less listings than there are buyers. So it's been frustrating for buyers this year. But my sellers have been really happy because many of the sales that I have for my listings have been over full price. So it's a great market. It's just started to slow down in the last 2 weeks, but it is still a great time to buy.
So is it too late in the year to put your home on the market if you're wanting to sell?
A lot of people have that question, and the answer is absolutely not. Of course, it depends on it depends on price, condition, location, schools, but my job is to make sure that we have a strategy, and I can help with both helping you with staging, preparing your home for sale, and also all my sellers, I have a free inspection. So I'll have it pre-inspected, and that means if there are any issues, we can resolve them right away. And so when the buyer has their inspection, there won't be any problems. So
that's smart.
Yeah.
That's a good option to have.
Yeah.
So what listings do you have right now?
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to tell you about my listings. These are the listings I have right now that aren't sold. And the first one is 3646 Swoboda Road, and this is in the town of Middleton. It's a beautiful home. It's in Middleton Schools. It's in Cherrywood neighborhood. I'm sure you've heard of Cherrywood. It has 2 master suites, an exposed lower level, and hardwood floors.
Wow.
And it's a beautiful property and extremely well maintained.
Looks amazing.
Yeah, it's very, very nice. And if any of you are thinking of or interested in any of these properties, please call me right away because these homes are selling very quickly. The next one I'd like to tell you about is 854 Scarlett Drive, and that's in Fitchburg. The price is $459. It has Verona schools. It's a lovely colonial. It's about 4,000 square feet, gourmet kitchen, sunroom. It's right across the street from a park, and it's within walking distance to the schools.
Wow, good one for a family.
Yes, absolutely. It's gonna sell very quickly. The next one is also a beautiful listing, especially this time of year. It's on the lake, on Lake Monona. It's 6103 Winnequa Road. The price is $679. It's about 2,300 square feet. It has 100 feet of flat lake frontage. It is beautiful, and it has the most incredible sunsets. It's an international style home, which is more of the international style, flat roof style homes in Monona. Very popular area. It's in Frostwoods, and it has first floor laundry, first floor family room, a large patio, and it also has a 25 by 12 year-round pier that stays in the water year-round.
Nice.
And great for entertaining.
Yes.
The next one is 1012 Hillview Road. It's $210,000, and this is in Black Earth. And it's got a beautiful open floor plan. It's got spacious living rooms, hardwood floors. It's on a very quiet street, and the lower level's finished, and they're ready to move on. They're relocating.
These all look amazing, Diane. Thanks so
Good.
much for coming by today and showing us all these.
I am so happy that you invited me, Stacy. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And stay tuned. We'll have more real estate news right after this. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Lisa Schmidt. She's the owner of Rebath of Central Wisconsin. Welcome, Lisa. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
So what types of bathroom remodeling can you do? Is it just the tub shower area?
No, not only do we do, tubs and walk-in tubs and showers and low threshold showers, we also kind of expand into the bathroom. With having our own plumber, we are able to do, vanities, vanity tops, faucets, toilets, pretty much everything in the bathroom.
So how are your products different from other companies that might do the same thing?
That's a great question. And the reason behind that is we don't go through a third-party distributor. The thing about Rebath is they actually manufacture their own products right in Tempe, Arizona, which is where the corporate headquarters is. And so being able to manufacture our own products, they do all the testing, they know exactly what goes into it, how it's made, and with that they're able to offer you a great warranty.
So who does the work then when they come to your home?
Our installers. They are trained by us, they are employed by us. They know the insides, the outsides of all the product. If they run into any kind of problems at all, they know how to take care of it. So they are our own employees.
Do you offer any kind of warranties on your work then?
Oh, absolutely. We actually have, I believe, one of the best warranties on, around. We offer a lifetime warranty on any of the rebath products, and it's not only on the products, it's the labor as well. So if you ever have any kind of problem, it's one phone call to us and we back it as well as corporate. So you have definitely the best warranty.
And you also offer a free in-home consultation, is that right?
Yes, and it's super easy, and one thing my husband and I truly believe in is a very non-high pressure, sales kind of thing. We don't want to be a sales, we are consultants. We come in, it's very easygoing, sit down with the customer, talk about what they would like to do, pick out colors and patterns, and we're able to kind of customize a package for our client right there and then, and most time we can give them a price at the house, and we're just happy to work with them.
It sounds like kind of a fun process, actually. If there's anybody out there that's kind of on the fence of whether or not to do this, any advice for them?
Yeah, updating the bathroom is really something that eventually you can't hold off on. If you have tiles that are starting to fall off, any kind of molding, mildew issues, it's only going to get worse. And if you're looking at selling the home and maybe updating, or maybe you're just looking to get rid of your Harvest Gold cast iron tub, or the big thing is wanting to stay in the home. We have a lot of clients that, are looking to, age in the home and stay there. And so we are, very much like to work with safety products and how the customer can stay in the home and not have to worry about stepping over a tub, slipping, falling, all of that kind of stuff.
Makes sense. Well, thanks so much, Lisa, for stopping by. It was really informative.
Oh, thank you very much.
And you stay tuned. We'll have more real estate news right after this. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Kirsten Goggin from Century 21 Affiliated. Welcome back, Kirsten.
Thanks, Stacy. How are ya?
I'm doing great. So what's new? What kind of listings do you have out there?
Yes, I've got a brand new one, 2257 Manley Drive, and that is in the town of Sun Prairie. So that means low taxes. It's a half duplex. It's on well and septic. Just had a new well put in February of last year, so don't need to worry about that or paying for water for quite some time. It is move-in ready. It's got great views. Actually, it's a farm pasture to the back. When I was there listing it, there was a bunch of cows out, so it was kind of cool.
Cool.
Country setting, just minutes from the city, and that is listed at $175. We already had a ton of showings. It's only been on the market a couple days, but I have a feeling this one's gonna go fast. So if you're out there and you're looking, please have your buyer's agents take you through. Otherwise, you can reach me at kjsellsmadison.com and we'll get you through there for a showing.
What else you got?
I also have recently reduced 620 Granite Way, also in Sun Prairie. That one is in the city of Sun Prairie, but it's still a little bit on the east side, but quick, it's right by the high school, and there's a Cops right there, McDonald's, and then quick little shoot down Highway N to the interstate or get you wherever you need to go. That was just reduced to $164.9. Also, a half duplex. Lots of updates, and it's got a nice wood burning fireplace. Pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Also, I have got almost 3 acres. It is in the town of Hamden, which the mailing city is Rio. So if you're looking for a true country setting, this one has got tons of green space, and it's got a oversized 2-car. It's got a separate 1-car like workshop area with its own electrical run. You could have horses out there. Not too far of a drive. It's a great little ranch.
Nice.
And yeah, last but not least, I've got 393 West Madison Street in Cambridge. So this is a great condo. It's tucked away, backs up to green space right by the fire station, kind of is in Cambridge, that area there. And that's a ranch, main floor living. You could have washer and dryer on the main level. The lower level's unfinished, and you could double your square footage there. And that's listed at $99.9. So lots of great listings if you're out there looking.
Those all sound great, Kirsten. They're going to go fast, I bet.
Yeah, well, and this is about a third of what I had listed. Most of them have already gone. So get in and check them out before they're gone. And if you're thinking of listing, get a hold of me because I need listings and I've got buyers.
Great. Well, thanks so much for coming back. It's always great to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
And stay tuned. We'll have more right after this. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Phyllis Preston. She's a realtor at Stark Company Realtors. Welcome, Phyllis. So nice to have you here. Now we're going to talk about staging a property. Would you say, is it good or bad for the seller?
Oh, most definitely it's good for the seller. You see, if sellers stage the inside and outside of their property, most likely they're going to get their list price. It's going to sell quicker. It's better for them all around.
What about if you've got a vacant property, or what if it's a place that someone's still living in and essentially there's still furniture there? Do you really need to stage those kinds of properties?
I think both need to be staged, definitely. There's always places in a home that, like little niches or little rooms that we don't know what they're going to be used for. So if we can define those rooms and let them know that it's either, like a playroom or a craft room or an exercise room, or you can just put a desk in this little niche, it really defines it, and then people that are coming to look, the buyers obviously know what that room is for.
Exactly. Now, what about, you hear a lot about curb appeal. Is that part of staging a property then too?
You betcha. I mean, any buyer that looks online or drives by a house, obviously, if they don't like the way it looks on the outside, they don't want to continue in. So no matter how much staging you've done inside, it's not going to help if the outside isn't staged first. So I always suggest, they always say have a bright door or something that catches their eye. Have some flowers if you only have green shrubs, put some color there just to grab the attention.
That's a good point. Color really does catch the eye. Now, you could have the best furniture, you could have color outside, but if you've got a lot of clutter, that's not going to look so great either. What's the best way to really declutter your place, other than just stuffing it in the closets, because they're going to look there too?
Right. Most people are, like getting a pod or a storage unit to put the stuff in. Decluttering you have to do. You have to clean out the closets. People do look in them, they want to see the space in them. You have to depersonalize, take your personal pictures down, things like that. Just declutter as much as possible. Even garages, people don't think that's important, but for the man, that's important.
We talked a little bit about colors. What about paint colors? What role would that play?
Paint colors, you want to try to stay neutral. We always try to tell sellers, stay neutral. The tans, the beiges, the whites, the ivories. A lot of people, in the kids' rooms, you see the bright colors, the bright blues, the bright pinks, the bright purples, But if you have girls and they have pink and purple, and all of a sudden the buyer has boys, a lot of times it's hard for them to see past those colors. And so it's just easier to make those colors neutral at the time that you're going to sell.
So who does the staging then? Would your agent do it, or how does that work?
Anybody can do staging. The seller can do a lot of it themselves. The agents definitely help out. I know I help out on a lot of my listings and so forth. We do have a lot of stagers out there in the Madison area that are willing to come in and at least give their advice and things like that. A lot of them even do the staging and the painting and whatever needs to be done themselves. So anybody can do the staging.
So any other last minute advice for anyone, if they're kind of on the fence of whether or not to do this?
I think they definitely should. We've seen it now with the market the way it is. People are getting multiple offers with staged homes from inside and out, and they're definitely getting the price they're listing it for.
Well, great. Thanks so much, Phyllis. That was a lot of really great information for us. Appreciate you coming on today.
Thank you.
And you stay tuned. We'll have more right after this. Welcome back to the Real Estate News. With me now is Josh Blasi. He's a realtor at Restaino & Associates. Welcome, Josh.
Thank you for having me.
So I'm just meeting you. What's your favorite part of the job, being a realtor?
I have numerous favorite parts, actually. Probably most gratifying is helping new first-time buyers, but just helping everybody with their dream come true of buying a home or selling a home. And then just the flexibility that it allows of hanging out with the family and working on weekends, not necessarily during the week. Just all sorts of different aspects of that really make it the best job possible.
So now, how long have you been a realtor?
I've been licensed for 15 years. I got my license my freshman year at college at UW-Madison and helped my father, who's been working in the industry for almost 30 years, nights and weekends, and started full-time in 2006. Still loving it.
Great. So what's your typical day like?
There is actually no typical day. I'd say I usually start sometimes answering emails anywhere from 6 to 7 in the morning, showing houses after that, and then possibly even showing homes all the way into the early hours.
So it can be a long day.
Oh, it can, but like I said, there's some days off and weekends and what have you, so it all works out nice.
So what's your current inventory look like?
The current inventory is pretty good, even though it's a low inventory market. I have stuff in Middleton and Verona, Wanakee, Madison, pretty much all over Dane County, even the surrounding counties, Iowa and Greene County, you name it, I have it.
So what's the biggest challenge then you face day to day in your job?
Just dealing with the stress of buyers and sellers. This is a pretty big process. Not everybody buys or sells a home every day, so just kind of the stressors and managing their expectations and the process from start to finish. But typically, if you just juggle numerous balls at the same time, it works out just fine.
So do you have any advice for first-time buyers out there watching this that are just a little nervous about the process?
Get pre-approved. Do some of your research ahead of time, and if you are confident with your realtor, trust their opinion and their advice, and have fun in the process.
What about sellers? Any advice for them?
Be patient. It doesn't always work as quick as they'd like, but if you're patient and you set your expectations realistically, everything should go pretty smooth.
Well, great. It was great getting to know you, Josh. Thanks so much for coming by today.
Thank you.
And you stay tuned. We'll have more right after this. From all of us here, I want to thank our guests for stopping by and all of you for tuning in to your real estate news. I'm Stacy Hansen. We'll see you next time.